Emma, congratulations. I thought you did, wow, an outstanding job. And before we
Thank
just,
you.
talk about the film, I want to ask you, what do you think it is about this era that, people love, but just makes such great fodder for films?
The golden age. I think that, well, first of all, they made a lot of really great movies in that era, so there's always, you're able to look back at really incredible actors and stories that were told in the 40s. But I think there's also something about the way everybody dressed, the way everybody spoke, the fact that everything kind of had that mid-Atlantic accent, and it sort of just feels like this gauzy, removed time. That feels kind of untouchable now. Plus, the girls were broads, and I love that.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
quippy and funny, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, let's talk about this character, Grace. That I want to know what kind of, before you even got into the, you read the script and you're like, wow, cool role. But did you go back watch old films of women that played these kinds of broads, or how did you kind of prep to play
Yeah,
it?
but I mean, Grace isn't really one of them. Grace is kind of just like underneath it all, desperate for love and for attention, and wanted to be a star, and that didn't work out, and is now, right, right at the bottom of the money rung, and is having to kind of depend on a really dangerous guy to take care of her. So it's not, she's no, she's no Betty Davis. But I did. I mean, I'm a fan of speaking of Betty Davis, like Betty Davis and Katharine Hepburn and Lauren Bacall. So I had seen those movies, but I didn't really watch many gangster movies, just because of the violence. So ironically, I'm not a huge, gangster movie buff.
Yeah.
It's not really that ironic.
Yeah, well, okay, that's
What's ironic about
nothing. But putting on those clothes,
it? Yeah.
the hair, the makeup, I mean, really? And you had to wear a corset as
Yeah.
well?
Hmm.
Whoa, I mean, you're tiny weeny, like, really?
Oh well, yeah, except for I'm like this, so it made me go like that, which was appreciated.
To put all that stuff on. I mean, you're a Revlon spokesperson. I mean, the makeup. Tell me just about the process of getting ready to play that look.
Lots and lots of makeup to cover up the freckles and to red lips and eyebrows and all of that. It was fun because I am interested in that. So that was a fun part of the process.
Did you keep any of those dresses?
No, I couldn't fit into those things. Are you kidding me?
The red one is.
I couldn't fit into that. That's all corset.
Whoa.
That's all corset.
Gorgeous, really
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it was really, really great.
Let's talk about your testosterone-filled set here.
Yeah.
My gosh, what an amazing cast. I got to start with Sean Penn.
Yeah.
To work opposite somebody like that,
Yeah.
pinching yourself?
It's pretty amazing. He's one of the greatest actors alive, that's for sure. So yeah, felt pretty lucky to get to witness that.
What do you learn working opposite somebody like that? Or do you? I don't know, but you got to
I
take
don't
something.
know, because it just kind of, he completely transforms. So I mean, you learn that there are people that have the ability to truly just be completely someone else. I don't know what that teaches me, other than, awe, but.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling, who of course we know you have chemistry with, like Crazy Stupid Love. I mean, amazing. So to be able to work with him in a movie like this,
Yeah, is not as funny as Crazy Stupid Love, but it was great to do something else. Yeah.
yeah, just he was just saying, I was talking to him that it was hard for the two of you to kind of keep straight faces because you're used to that comedic.
Yeah.
How do you kind of change gears and act with somebody when you've got that background with someone?
You like, just by trying to do it over and over again. It's not really the easiest thing to slip into a different dynamic with someone that you know, which is interesting because I had never really worked with someone again. So it was kind of, learning how your dynamic shifts from one thing to another is kind of interesting.
I was always wondering, when you were a little girl and you watched a movie or saw an actor or somebody, what was it, or who was it that made you decide, this is what I want to do for my living? Was there something that sparked you?
There were a few things. There was SNL and The Jerk and Les Mis Well, that was the first play I saw. Um, so that was a big thing. Uh, and then there was my first school play, which was No Turkey for Perky, which is a classic. Um, it was written by Albie. Just kidding. It's about a turkey. It's a Thanksgiving play. It was pretty great. I really enjoyed it, and it made me realize that I loved getting to perform. Yeah.
You, of course, reunite with Ruben Fleischer, who you worked with on Zombieland. What was it that he brought to the table for this that, obviously such a diverse, different films, but what was it to reunite with him and to make a film like this with him?
Well, it was really great, and he had such a passion for gangster movies and for this story and what this could be. And then visually, he's just brilliant. So it was all kind of combination of that. It was really great to work with him again.
It must have been so
Great
cool
guy.
to be on these sets and see them recreated. What
Yeah.
was it like? Especially like the place where you guys have the dancing and the meals and all that. I just can't remember the
Right.
name of the club, but wow, like it's like walking back really into
Slapsy Maxie's, the club. Yeah, I know. It's like walking back into the 40s. You walk in, and it's completely cigarette smoke and girls dancing and little gold lame tops and um, champagne flutes, and you're really kind of transported back, which was amazing because it's been a long time since I was, a kid in the 40s.
back in the 40s,
Yeah.
exactly. I know it
Yeah.
has been a few years.